Welcome to the deep dive.
Great to be diving in.
So today we're really plunging into a pretty critical moment in this galactic war history, aren't we? Based on these sources you've brought.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a pivotal turning point, and the descriptions are incredibly vivid.
They really are. I mean, just try and picture this battlefield. The sources call it a vast expanse of ash and ruin, just, stretching out.
Under desolation, like the end of everything.
Exactly, and scattered everywhere, these twisted metal carcasses of downed warships. It's grim.
And among that wreckage, you've got the Confederation soldiers. Weary, the sources say.
Weary is putting it mildly, I think. They're facing the Dominion, described as ruthless and relentless.
Yeah, and the key thing is this isn't just another fight. It's framed as the last stand.
Absolutely. The sources paint this picture of just complete, utter despair.
Which sets the stage perfectly for what happens next.
Right. So your sources detail this critical turning point, focusing on, well, the unexpected arrival of new allies.
Allies who were, initially at least, seriously doubted. Highly effective, but doubted.
Okay, so our mission for this deep dive seems pretty clear then. We need to unpack how this alliance that looked totally outmatched actually managed to win.
Figure out what made these new allies, these humans, so incredibly formidable.
Yeah, and look at the legacy they left behind, across the galaxy.
It's about discovering those surprising traits, those characteristics that can genuinely shift the course of a war.
Or maybe even change how you think about conflict itself. Should be fascinating.
Definitely.
Okay, so let's unpack that opening scene you mentioned. The last stand of the Confederation. Commander Thr, the Zarna officer. His perspective seems key.
It really is. He's a veteran surveying just remnants of his armies. The source says he feels this fear churning in his chest.
He genuinely believes they're done for. Another day seems impossible.
And that personal despair, it reflects the whole alliance, doesn't it? The psychological state is just rock bottom.
Yeah, it tells you the immense challenge any help would face, just overcoming that hopelessness.
Well, that's what's so striking, the sheer weight of it. The sources say the air itself felt weighted with the inevitability of defeat.
Wow.
It's not just tactics, it's a psychological collapse. Morale isn't low, it's like non-existent.
So any aid coming in faces this wall of fatalism.
Exactly. It's crucial to get that emotional landscape before anyone even shows up.
And that skepticism, you can feel it. Even a rumor of help is met with doubt. Like Cora, the young soldier, whispering.
Are they really sending humans to aid us?
Yeah. And Commander Thr, this hardened Zarna vet, just kind of grunts, right? Dismisses them.
Soft-skinned primates.
Thinks they won't change anything.
Right. The Zari and others, too, just saw humanity as, newcomers to the cosmic stage.
Their stubbornness might delay things, but that's it. The end is still inevitable in their view.
It just underscores how incredibly low expectations were. It wasn't just doubt. It was almost resignation, wouldn't you say?
Oh, absolutely. And that perception, soft-skinned primates, newcomers, that's key. It's not just name-calling.
It's strategic dismissal. Exactly. Based on what they think they know about human physical limits, human technology, they figure humans are just outmatched.
And after fighting a losing war for so long, they've probably seen allies fail before.
Or worse. So, trusting help from a species considered, inferior, untested on this scale. That takes a huge mental shift.
Which brings up that big question, right? What does it take to shift that kind of despair, especially when the potential saviors are seen as so out of their depth?
That is the million-credit question. Because what happens next isn't just a rival. It's a shockwave.
Yeah, the sources describe this high-pitch alert, then an unexpected transmission. Incoming fleet.
And then the visuals. A sleek black ship, then smaller dropships breaking off.
And that sound, like tearing metal, it sends a ripple of dread through the alien soldiers. Dread, not relief. Why?
It speaks volumes about their trauma, doesn't it? They're so beaten down, so fearful, that anything unknown, even potential help, registers as another threat first.
It just ramps up the anxiety instead of calming it.
And that initial dread gets amplified when they actually see the humans. The sources describe them as armored figures, right? Unmistakable build, exosuits dark as void stone.
And their movement, purpose, and unity that was almost mechanical. It sounds unsettling.
Very. It's not the chaotic energy of the battle they're used to. It's precise, maybe even unnervingly so, for soldiers used to just holding on.
And then there's the leader, Captain Darius. The description is intense. Towering man, grizzled features, a gaze colder than the night stars.
Holding that huge rifle with ease.
Yeah. And the source says, even in armor, he radiated an aura of deadly intent, a quiet menace. That's quite an entrance. How important is that immediate impression?
Oh, it's absolutely crucial.
Yeah.
Darius isn't just a leader. He's the embodiment of their whole approach.
Okay.
That aura of deadly intent signals right away. These aren't just reinforcements. There's something different. They're not here to endure the fight. They're here to end it.
So it's psychological warfare from the get-go.
Pretty much. That nonverbal communication backed by the armor, the unity, it sets a powerful, maybe terrifying tone immediately.
And it wasn't just him. Behind him, these men and women with hard faces, and the war dogs.
Ah, yes, the war dogs, hulking beasts, red-tinted visors, bared fangs.
The cybernetic augmentations glinting, and their snarls, a low, constant rumble that set alien hearts racing.
This isn't just an army showing up. It's a highly specialized unit designed for maximum psychological impact, intimidation, and destruction.
It's a combined arms approach down to the, well, terrifying cyber dogs.
Exactly. The war dogs are a masterstroke, psychologically speaking. They're not just extra guns.
They're primal fear, but weaponized.
Precisely. Uncontrollable ferocity, but augmented with tech. Cybernetic predators. That taps into something deep, some instinctual fear.
So humanity is projecting this image, utterly relentless, willing to use anything.
No matter how brutal, it's sophisticated intimidation, really. Trying to break the enemy before the real fight even starts.
Okay, so they've made this incredibly imposing entrance. And Darius doesn't waste words. His voice crackles over the comms, cold and unyielding.
We are the Omega Strike Battalion here on special appointment.
And then the command that just flips everything, tells these battle-scarred aliens, stand aside, hold your lines, leave the front to us.
Imagine hearing that. After years of desperate fighting.
Astonishing. And the source highlights Commander Thr's reaction, right? He sees a finality in their stance.
Yes. As if they weren't soldiers going into battle, but executioners advancing on condemned foes. That distinction is profound.
It's a total shift in mindset from fighting to survive to fighting to execute.
And for an army on the brink, used to just grinding attrition, introducing that decisive executioner mentality, it completely shatters their expectations. It shows how changing the intent can be more powerful than just adding numbers or guns.
Okay, so the Dominion charges, they're roaring confident, expecting the humans to just crumble like everyone else.
Their big, red-plated shock troops surge forward. Business as usual for them.
But the humans respond with perfect synchronization. Energy pulses, bullets, precise and relentless.
Cutting down the Dominion soldiers in seconds. No hesitation, no wasted motion.
After years of the Confederation being pushed back, how does that immediate, overwhelming precision hit the Dominion's confidence? It must have been absolute before this.
Their confidence was absolute, built on those easy victories. And that's their weakness here. They expect a grind.
And instead, they get surgery.
Exactly. Surgical, merciless onslaught. The sources say every shot hit a target, every step taken with the assurance of a predator who knew the outcome of the hunt.
Wow.
It's not just firepower. It's the shock of facing an enemy that's so cold, so flawless, it instantly messes with their heads, erodes that feeling of invincibility.
And then the war dogs are unleashed. Sharp command.
They bolted forward low and fast, weaving through the enemy lines with predatory ease.
And the source mentions one leaping onto a soldier, jaws, finding that weak spot between armor plates. Brutal.
The Dominion faltered, totally disoriented by the sheer efficiency. It just immediately turns the tide.
It sounds like this perfectly choreographed, terrifying dance of destruction.
It really does. And the war dogs just crank up the disorientation. They add this element of savage, unpredictable ferocity.
While the soldiers are delivering precise fire.
Right, so you have calculated fire and chaotic, animalistic terror hitting them at the same time, targeting weak spots, moving erratically.
It's a multi-pronged assault designed to break them psychologically, make them feel hunted, not just outfought.
Precisely.
So Thr is watching this, mesmerized, and he has that realization this wasn't battle, it was an execution.
He sees Darius moving through the enemy with surgical ferocity, face cold, detached.
Like, it's just routine, breathtaking, as you said, but also terrifying. Imagine being Thr, seeing war fought with such finality after years of attrition.
It's a complete paradigm shift for him and for the Confederation. It's not just new tactics, it's a whole different philosophy of war.
The lack of emotion, the focus only on the outcome, decisive victory.
And for the Dominion, facing that level of dismemberment, where every move is lethal, no quarter given, it doesn't just kill soldiers, it kills their will to fight.
It removes their options, creates this immediate sense of doom.
Yeah, they realize their old tactics are useless. It accelerates the rout or surrender.
Okay, so initial contact is devastatingly successful. Then the humans consolidate. Darius is studying the battlefield, keen, unblinking gaze.
And he spots weaknesses no one else saw. This shows it's not just brute force, right?
No, it's strategy.
Hmm.
Deep tactical understanding.
Absolutely. This is where the masterclass part really comes in. His ability to see vulnerabilities instantly amid the chaos, that's high-level pattern recognition. Hitting smart, not just hard.
Before the enemy even knows they have that weakness.
Exactly. It suggests a deep knowledge of military theory.
And then he pulls Thr over to this holographic map on his wrist.
Despite Thr bristling a bit, probably not used to taking orders from a human.
Understandable. But Darius points it out. Your people are spread too thin. That's why they keep breaching your defenses. Simple, direct.
And then the plan. Concentrate your units here and here. Let the Dominion think your forces are weakening in the center.
When they press forward, we'll cut them off from the sides. Classic pincer move, essentially.
It is a feint and double envelopment. But the brilliance is how it uses the Dominion's psychology.
Their overconfidence.
Exactly. They expect the Confederation to react defensively, plug gaps. Darius creates a fake gap to lure them into the kill zone.
So he's manipulating their perception, turning their aggression against them.
Precisely. It's really clever.
And the confidence Darius projects.
Yeah.
When Thr asks, what if it doesn't work?
Darius just says, it will work.
That absolute certainty. The sources say it creates this aura of conviction, sparks a flicker of hope in the alien troops.
That confidence is a force multiplier. For an army sunk in despair, seeing a leader that, sure, it's invigorating.
More than just tactics.
It's like an antidote to the hopelessness.
Yeah.
He's not just giving orders, he's projecting victory. That transfers agency back to soldiers who'd lost it, reignites their spirit.
And, spoiler alert, it works. The Dominion takes the bait, lured by the apparent vulnerability.
Only to get caught in a merciless crossfire.
The humans fighting with terrifying precision and absolute calm, faces showing cold focus even as Dominion soldiers are falling all around them.
It shatters enemy morale. And the war dogs are in there too, augmenting the psychological toll, tearing into the trapped forces.
It's systematic destruction.
Yeah.
Methodical.
It is. Dismantling them physically and mentally. That absolute calm is key. Imagine facing an enemy that's incredibly effective, but seems totally unfazed by the horror.
Like a force of nature.
Yeah. That lack of emotional reaction, contrasted with the Dominion's agony, it's designed to break their will, shows the humans aren't playing the same game, they're just executing.
Which brings us back to that core difference. The humans didn't believe in attrition. They fought to end.
And the Dominion, once the terror of the galaxy, suddenly find themselves cornered, outmatched, hunted like prey.
They start retreating, stumbling back. They just weren't ready for an enemy fighting with such finality.
It's that fundamental philosophical difference in warfare. Most conflicts drag on. The humans aimed for a swift end.
And knowing your enemy's sole goal is your complete removal, that creates a unique pair.
It changes the rules, makes traditional tactics like holding the line seem pointless. It absolutely redefined the fight for the Dominion.
Okay, so the deep dive moves towards the climax. The final assault on the Dominion's last fortress, described as a towering, ominous structure.
Built into a mountainscape, bleak setting.
And Darius and his battalion lead the charge, breaching each line of defense with ruthless efficiency.
Acting like one single unbreakable force, nothing stops them.
This assault feels symbolic, doesn't it? Not just tactical.
Oh, absolutely. It's the combination of their philosophy. Breaching the last fortress with that same efficiency reinforces their image. Unstoppable, inevitable. The Dominion isn't just fighting soldiers now, they're fighting fate.
So they reach the command center, Dominion elite guards, and the commander, this tall, silver-skinned alien, glares at Darius.
And sneers. Right. Do you think this changes anything? Do you think you've won?
A last desperate stab at psychological dominance, clinging to that old power.
It really is. But it's also profound denial. He just can't process being beaten so completely by this force they dismissed. That sneer is trying to say, this is just a temporary setback.
But Darius doesn't fight. Meets his gaze without flinching.
And just says, it's over. You lost the moment you underestimated us.
Oof. And then?
A single clean shot that ended the war with brutal finality. Stark, uncompromising.
That's the ultimate demonstration of their philosophy, isn't it?
Absolutely. Like Darius told Thr earlier, we don't fight for glory, we fight to survive, and we fight to win.
And Thr realizes, for these humans, this was not war, it was extermination. A final strike against a foe they considered beyond redemption.
It cements their identity. Chilling? Maybe. But incredibly effective. For them, it wasn't about conquest or even justice as others might see it. It was about threat removal, period.
So, what's the aftermath? What does this victory mean for the galaxy? The humans are called harbingers of victory, but they don't stick around.
No parades, no setting up new governments. They prepare to leave.
And Thr asks Darius where they're going.
And the reply is simple. Wherever we're needed. There will always be more battles to fight, and we'll be there.
It's like they're a galactic emergency service, promising both an end to this war, but also their continued presence elsewhere.
Exactly. That lack of interest in occupation or politics reinforces their image, their pure utility. Crisis managers, not conquerors.
So their reputation stays focused on combat effectiveness, ending wars, not getting bogged down in politics.
It's a legacy built on decisive action, not staying power.
So this whole deep dive, looking at your sources, it shows how this species, first dismissed as soft-skinned primates,
Became the embodiment of death itself to their enemies.
but also harbingers of hope to allies. It's that unique mix, isn't it? Tactical genius, relentless precision, that sheer confidence.
And the unwavering resolve to end wars, not just fight them.
It totally reshaped this conflict, forged this legendary reputation, a testament to the strength and resolve of humanity. It really makes you think about how perception and strategy can just flip everything.
It really does. And the humans in this narrative, they embrace that fearsome identity, don't they? They explicitly say they are deaf to any who threaten the galaxy's peace.
They fight to end wars.
So what does that really mean? For a society to willingly carry that kind of brutal reputation, all in the name of peace.
What are the challenges that come with being the ultimate protectors, seen with awe by some?
And maybe deep-seated terror by others. It's a legacy that's both a shield and potentially a double-edged sword.
Makes you wonder, doesn't it? What kind of a galaxy do you get when peace is kept by a force that's so unyielding?
A very provocative thought to end on.